What's going on, everybody? It's the Mike and Rich
Yo,
podcast.
yo, happy Thursday. What's good, man?
Happy Thursday. How you doing, man?
Oh, not too bad. How are you? This week's been trucking along.
Yeah, it's been going.
The
It's been a
leaves are
little.
changing.
That's right. I mean, like I feel like the month is trucking on by. That's why they added September to Halloween.
Yeah, pretty much. They definitely pulled it back this year, I noticed, and gave October its full month.
Yeah.
Usually they don't get into Halloween until a little bit closer, but now they're like right after like 4th of July, I felt like they started putting Halloween stuff up, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, like they just want the holidays to come faster,
They do.
and I get it. I mean, sometimes, it feels like it's too fast.
Mm,
Especially in those like fall, December-y type stuff too. It
sure.
happens kind of quick. Christmas, you're like running around, you're trying to buy stuff, like it goes fast.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
like if
so fast. I was gonna say because like once December hits, it's like already December 20th for some weird reason,
yeah,
and you're like,
it's
all right, I still need to get like at least however many more presents or whatever, you know.
I used to like to start in October, but economy, bro.
The economy, inflation is through the roof.
That's right. That's right.
So, but how's your week going?
Not too bad, man. Can't complain.
Yeah.
Just trying to watch a bunch of horror movies and different stuff like that, but we'll get into that later.
Okay. Did you do you decorate your house?
Sometimes, sometimes we
Hmm.
go a little bit more than others. I have like a bunch of mannequins and stuff like that in
Yeah,
storage, and
mannequins. Okay.
yeah. So you could like dress them up and like whatever, put costumes on
I
them
was
and
gonna say
stuff.
you have a ton of costumes, don't you?
Yeah, we got like two costume bins.
Well, if you didn't know, Mike worked at Spencer's for a long time. You worked at a Halloween store,
Spencer's and Spirit, yeah,
and then he worked at Goodwill for a while. So he is
yeah,
definitely a connoisseur of costumes over the years. When I was
that's
over at
right.
his house a couple weeks ago, he's got like a stack of wigs, like just chilling. And I thought I had a lot of wigs. And my wife makes fun of me because when she met me, I'm obviously bald, and she's like, "Why do you have all these wigs?" And it's just like I buy costumes for it. It's easier for me not to paint my face. I just wear like a wig and do the thing. Like I was Ron Burgundy one year. Or I think I was like
Sure.
Shaggy one year. So you don't throw away the wigs, so you just kind of
No,
get a pile of them, and then
that's right.
people think you're weird because you have a pile of wigs, and me, like I said, I happen to be bald, so it's just like they think I wear them out, and they're
No.
they're they're really fake wigs. Okay, it's not even like it's a good wig. It's like a crappy, like the cheapest one I can find
Sure.
wig.
Well, I was Shaggy one year, so I definitely got a Shaggy one. I
Okay.
have a bunch. So I think last year I was Deadpool Bob Ross.
Okay, that's a good costume.
Yeah, so I still have all that stuff. I got the big wig and the Deadpool mask and like the
Okay.
palette for the paint.
Hmm.
So
What is the craziest costume that you think that you dressed up in versus the craziest that you've seen somebody else dress up in?
hmm. I mean, I guess the craziest one I probably did, it just took a long time, was the David from the Lost Boys. I
Okay.
had so many, like I had a friend make me like a custom earring that looked like his. And like I had like the right pins on the jacket and
Okay.
stuff. It was like a double jacket, and the wig and stuff. Like it just took a long time. And then immediately as I got to the show, I was like just taking everything off
Just
because it
take
was
it.
just so hot.
Yeah, I was gonna say sometimes you get all kind of sweaty with the Halloween costumes.
Yeah, it kind of like because we were doing like an 80s versus 90s Halloween one time,
Hmm.
and then we were doing the 80s and 90s one, and we were like, yo, maybe we should like dress up again.
Hmm.
And I couldn't do the Lost Boys, so I like dumbed it down to Eddie from Stranger
I was gonna
Things.
say, didn't you do Stranger Things? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I
I
just wore
remember
like
that.
the vest and the Stranger Things thing, and then I wore like the Dustin hat.
There you
People
go.
loved it. People kept asking me for my shirt, like off my body, like all sweaty.
They just
People were
wanted
like, yo,
it.
let me get that hat. Like,
Sign my baby.
yeah, I don't know about all that, but yes, people wanted my shirt. It was weird.
Would you sign someone's baby if they brought her up and gave you a
I mean,
marker?
yeah, I would probably sign somebody's baby.
Yeah, where would you sign it?
Yeah. Probably like on the stomach, so
On
I
the
had enough
stomach,
room to like
not
draw a
on the
smiley
head,
face or
like
something.
not on like yeah, the forehead.
The forehead. Yeah, no, I don't think that would be the first spot I would think. But
Here, all right. So the coolest costume that I've seen, I don't think I went. all out in my costumes. I've had random ones. I don't know. I'm an easy dresser. I was Ron Burgundy. I think Ron Burgundy was my favorite one because it was like
Okay.
the movie came out and I was like really into it at the time. I was like in character.
Sure.
But the coolest one that I've seen, and this guy, and he always outdid himself every year, but the one particular year he brought a canvas and he brought a frame that was like 5 feet in front of it, and he dressed up as like that farmer, and so you can jump in and take a picture with the farmer like in
That's
the
cool.
frame.
American Gothic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was like the coolest thing ever. So you have people dressed up as like Pikachu taking pictures with the farmer, and he's like, and he kind of looked like him and stuff. So it was like
That's
definitely,
actually really cool.
definitely cool. If you don't have to be mobile, obviously he knew he was going to a
Yeah.
party. He got there early and set it up. So, but
Sure.
definitely A plus Halloween costume with that one.
Yeah. Now the coolest one I think I probably saw was that one of the we do a costume contest or whatever
Mm-hmm.
at the Chubby Pickle, and
The
we're
Chubby
doing this
Pickle.
year the 27th. But last year somebody was dressed as Marv and what's his name?
Oh, the
I
Sticky
can't-
Bandits.
Yeah, the Wet Bandits, Sticky Bandits, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He had like the M
Is it
in his
Harry?
hand.
Harry and Marv?
Harry and Marv. Yeah, he had like the feathers with like the burnt part
That's
up there. He had
awesome.
the gold tooth and stuff. They were like covered in paint and like
That's so cool. It was probably really
it was
fun to make that costume.
oh, I bet it was really good, and it killed. Everybody went nuts in that place. There
I
was some
love
good
that movie.
costumes, but yeah, it's a great one.
That's one of my favorite movies. Just the part where he's getting electrocuted, and like for some weird reason, like I'm 38 and I still laugh like I'm like 10 when he turns to the skeleton. Like
Yeah.
it's just so funny.
That scream, bro.
It's the scream. I feel like we need to rip that scream and make a bunch of TikToks. That's like
Oh yeah,
the best scream in the world.
that's a good one. That's a good one. But as always, we like to thank our new followers. We are at 68. We got 32 to go, so we can start doing some giveaways.
That's right.
So we see there's a bunch of people watching. Just make sure you guys subscribe. That helps us out. Also, make sure you like the podcast. It just goes through the algorithm a little nicer,
You know, we really, really appreciate it.
That's right. That's right.
Well, let's get into this first segment. Let's get into the news, man.
If it's in the news, then it's probably news.
So we got some funky stories tonight, man. I was doing a little bathroom reading earlier and seeing what the interns, dug up for tonight's podcast, and the first one I was just baffled with. I was like, "What?"
Yeah. No, the first one was big news a couple days ago.
All right, big news a couple days ago, doing some current events. All right, we got
That's right.
did Disney break up Mickey and Minnie? But it says no, but there's a rumor. So it's like a story that's completely made up just to be a story.
Pretty much is what it was.
So
Yes. So about 2 days ago, there was rumors going around that Mickey and Minnie broke up, and it was stemmed off from a comic book, like a Marvel comic book, and it was like the Disney characters,
mhm.
but they were dressed up like Marvel people. And Mickey Mouse was Ant-Man, and Daisy was the Wasp. And they were like, "What? Did Mickey and Minnie break up? Is Mickey with Daisy now?" So it was some speculation, and it just like went wildfire because like their anniversary, I guess, is coming up. 95 years.
95 years they've been together, man. That's a feat.
Yeah. They were saying all kinds of stuff about Mickey, slamming them for reasons why at first, saying Mickey wasn't bringing home the cheese.
Listen, Mickey's been bringing home the cheese and the bread, all right?
That really thin sliced bread.
The thin sliced bread. Mickey runs it now. He owns like 60% of everything you watch.
Yeah. It's pretty nuts. I thought it was funny, but then
So are these real comic books? Like
Yes.
these X-Men what ifs? Like
Yeah.
what if they were Disney characters or whatever?
Uh-huh.
Huh. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. I mean, they're trying to get, kids and stuff into it. Some of them are old, some of them are made to look old.
Mhm.
But they're newer.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was in the news 2 days ago, and then today they were like, they are together. This is just rumors and speculation.
That's it. You can't split the they're like the couple of the century, if you think about it.
I would say so.
You know,
for sure.
Who's another power couple as good as Mickey and Minnie? You know,
maybe Danny DeVito and Rita Perlman.
Yeah. I don't know about that. I don't know.
Family Guy, where he like proposes to her. He's like, "It's me and nobody."
I like him in Mars Attacks, where she's like, "I need a drink." He's like, "You and me both, baby." He's always got those one-liners.
He does. Danny DeVito's great.
Yeah, it was really good. Actually, he popped up on my TikTok feed this week for announcing on Saturday Night Live like Queen's live performance. And apparently that's the only live thing they've ever done in like the US or something like that. So I thought that was cool.
Okay.
So little background on that.
Queen with Adam Lambert, Queen?
I don't know. It's like the regular Queen people. Freddie Mercury was rocking it out.
Well, he's dead though.
Back in the day? No, it was back in the day. It was Danny DeVito, like back in the day.
I thought you were saying
like Chevy Chase was on the show. Like,
okay.
Yeah. It wasn't like the new one or whatever.
Yeah, I thought he was hosting a new one because he's like all over the place.
Oh yeah, no, I seen that they're on like some kind of crazy tour with all kinds of. They have like crazy visuals for it. But no, it's like an old one, like when Danny DeVito almost had hair.
Okay.
You know, he's wearing like his taxi thing.
Taxi day.
Yeah. So, but no, definitely cool to see Queen jam out. I always stop to watch those videos, man. They went hard.
No, they did. They definitely did.
All right, let me pull up this other one.
So we got a cat found in California that was missing for 12 years. Surprised it was still alive.
Surprised it was still alive.
The cat turned up in California in animal control in an officer's backyard, and he was reunited with his family cat after 12 years of reported missing. Wow. So
imagine having like a 5-year-old cat and getting it back when it was like 17.
It says the microchip revealed. See, the microchip didn't do such a good job.
Well, we'll talk about that here in a minute. I'm gonna let you get done with that.
It says the microchip revealed the feline's name is Butters, and he was reported missing in the family's house in San Diego in 2011.
Wow, cat looks good too.
Yeah, looks very well fed.
Yeah, looks well fed, well kept up. It's somebody. What probably happened was somebody scooped it up and just took care of the cat. You know.
Yeah, probably. I mean, there's tons of cat people.
If they went and got it like taken care of or at the vet or something like that, like the vet's not gonna like scan a cat that they think is theirs, you know. Sure. Depending on that, because they'll say, "Oh, where'd you get the cat from?" Like, "Oh, we got it. We rescued it." You know, that's a very blanketed statement. People take dogs and stuff out of people's yards and say like they rescue, like, you know, so it's a very blanketed statement there. But no, the microchips is cool because I know actually a ton about them. So they're about this big. Put them in like the little scruff right there, and it's kind of like an Amber Alert thing, but it's just like the cat's gotta not only be reported, and they reported it, but a cat's also got to be found and scanned. You know, it's kind of like a thing where they'll roll it over there and it scans on a microchip. It doesn't pop up like missing. It like just this long ass number pops up like a vehicle number, right? It's like long and letters and numbers, and you'd have to punch that into a system and for it to happen. You know, it's like it's better to have it than not have it, because there is a chance if someone finds it and brings it to an animal shelter, they immediately scan it. That's probably what happened here. Is it finally made its way to an actual animal shelter. And that's the first thing they do is scan it and search it. So somebody had that cat for 12 years, and then it got out, or it got let go, or found its way to an animal shelter finally.
Yeah,
so crazy.
That's crazy. I don't know, man.
Yeah, like I said, the cat looks good. You know, I don't know how old it could have been 1 year old when it disappeared. It's only 13 or whatever, you know, but.
Yeah,
cat looks good, so glad they got their friend back. You know, that's
like
kind of
doesn't even know the owner. It's like,
you know,
so funny.
Cats are smart, man. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. There's a lot of stories about like people leaving or something like that, and a cat going and finding their way home, or them getting lost and them coming back and stuff. They're pretty resilient, man.
Homeward bound, bro.
They'll actually, if you die in the house with a cat and you don't feed them, like they'll actually start eating you in like 3 days.
Oh, I'm sure.
So, cats.
Nice.
I don't have any cats. I got a dog.
Yeah, I'm allergic.
You're allergic to cats?
Very much.
I like cats. I think they're funny. I think they're hilarious because they're extremely stubborn animals and they do funny, weird things to their owners. And we tried tons of stuff. So all the videos with all the cucumbers behind cats. We tried it. That don't work. We even tried like the lemons with the puppies. Puppies love lemons. It's like I've tried all these things.
Yeah, what about the tinfoil?
The tinfoil, I have not tried. See, but that's just weird though, because I used to give my cat, we had cats back in the day. I used to put catnip in tinfoil and pull it up into a ball and stab it, a bunch so they could smell through it, and they would play with it forever. They love tinfoil.
Well, I think because that was like more like a ball. This, the tinfoil would be like something like when they touch it, they hear.
Okay, and it's like weird to them or whatever.
Yeah, and it just freaks them out. Like
kind of like if you put like boots on a dog or like the shoes on a dog. You ever see how they walk? They walk like all like a spider.
Yeah,
it's kind of funny actually. All right, let's pull up this next one.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, Halloween themed.
Halloween theme. This one was actually funny because we like the Guinness Book of World Records here. We love all the world records. We like all the weird ones. This one's funny because it's definitely October themed. So this guy had a huge pumpkin, like 1,200-pound pumpkin, that he hollowed out and decided to go 38.4 miles and use it as a boat. The crazy part is he had to go 38 miles to break the record. Like somebody did 37 last time. That's so far. Like that's a lot of paddling, man. That is so far in like a paddle situation. And here, I'll play the video here. It's a big pumpkin. Like he's got some room in there. He's definitely got some room for some supplies in there. I didn't realize they float so well.
Yeah, I didn't know they float so well either.
Oh my god, I wonder how long it took. Did it say how long it took him? I'm gonna put the video up here so people can see it. Oh, that's a huge pumpkin. So we went to the pumpkin patch last week and they had the monster ones, like the huge ones. Probably about, I don't even know how many pounds, probably like 70 pounds, 80 pounds. And all their prices were so weird. It was like $128.34 or something like that. And like there was all like weird decimal points. It was just like, just say $140, man. Like it's a huge pumpkin. Like why are you going 128.39? Like it's like out of control. Oh. So now, would you try this if you had a pumpkin that big?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I would just probably hollow it out and hop inside. I don't know if I'd go whitewater rafting with it.
11 hours. That's what it says. 11 hours he was out there rowing in that thing.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
You good on that?
Yeah, I go in, hop in, maybe like scare people and stuff at the pumpkin patch, but it's probably as far as I'd go with it.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah, the one that set the last one was 37.5, so he beat it by like an extra mile, almost a mile.
Did it?
Yeah. So someone's like, "I'm gonna take this pumpkin and turn it into a boat." It did say that he had a team. Like I'm sure there's boats around him and kayaks and all that stuff around him. So just in case he got toppled over or something crazy were to happen.
Help him out a little bit.
You never want to see anybody go under and not come back up, So
especially in a pumpkin.
Because they talk about it for years. Like everybody would remember it.
Oh yeah.
All right, last one.
Last one is looks like it's another world record.
Oh, we got another one. Oh yeah, I've seen this one too.
That's right. So we got a New Zealand man bungee jumps 941 times in one day.
In one day. And now I didn't watch the video earlier because I was waiting for the podcast so I could watch it. So here we go. Let's see, because the hug one was ridiculous. So does this guy just bungee jump and then wait until he flattens out and then just bring him up and he does it again?
Pretty much.
All right, so another world record with no skill involved.
Yeah.
No skill. It's just timing, you know?
And time.
And time.
Yeah.
So obviously he's got the resources of talking into bungee people into letting him just take over a bungee thing for 24 hours. And
yeah, pretty much.
At that point, it's just like, how long does it take for it to happen? Okay. Wow, that's a weird bungee jump. You usually go by foot, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
this is the last person that set the record and did it 24 hours, and they did 430 jumps.
Yeah, that's a lot.
His record was broken in 2022. It was broken by a woman, and she did it 765 times. So he had to break the record at 941. In 24 hours. That's a lot of jumping.
That's a lot of jumping. And I guess
what do you eat to prepare?
Well, you just go up and eat a breakfast bar real quick and go back down. If you throw up, you throw up. You know, it's like whatever. But I don't know. I feel like this one's kind of like no skill involved. It's just give me 24 hours and give me a bungee jump and don't
Time
stop.
and money, that's it.
You know, like how many jumps can he do in an hour? You times that by however many, and that's how you can do it. You know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the news for this week. Obviously, there's a ton of other things going on the national or the global stage, but obviously we don't want to dampen your day with all that stuff. If anything crazy happens tomorrow, we'll talk about it next week.
That's right.
But everybody just be safe and stuff. That's the only thing that we could pretty much say. It's just, and I was telling my wife earlier, I was like, listen, not for nothing, just whatever the case may be, just mind your surroundings. That's it. Just don't be oblivious to things that are happening around you and stuff like that. And, you know, just try to stay safe. That's it, everybody. That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say. So what you got going on this weekend?
I got practice tomorrow, and then my anniversary is this weekend, so we are going to go see a play.
Oh, a play.
Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
you get the nice
compromise.
Well, you get the nice little preview of you know, the play before the new movie.
Yeah,
that may or may not come out. Who knows?
I don't know, man. I saw a little preview for it the other day, like a teaser.
Okay.
And they showed like the mop scene in the fast food restaurant. You see like somebody's jaw just like fly off. So we'll see. It's definitely going to be interesting. Peter Dinklage and Elijah Wood are going to be in it. Obviously, everybody knows now Peter Dinklage is the Toxic Avenger, so yes. We'll see how that's going to be.
Listen, Elijah Wood's been on fire. I don't think he's done a bad project in the last however many he's done. You know, he was great in Yellow Jackets. He was great in Sin City. He's got these weird little roles that he does, and I feel like he's just like he's just doing what he wants. You know. It's Absolutely. Like super cool. He's being choosy. He's picking weird roles. I like it.
He's doing passion projects.
Yellow Jackets. He was awesome in Yellow Jackets. I hope he's in next season. He's got to be, right?
I would think so.
You got to have him back.
I don't know. I mean, like it's going to be so long before we get another season. So that's rough.
It is. It's really
tough
rough
to say. You know, who knows what projects they're going to sign up for? And
that's right. Well, speaking of cool shows, let's get into Running Down the Stream. Yeah, I'm running down the stream. All right, so we got we got some cool shows that finally popped up. I know a couple weeks ago we were kind of complaining because there was like nothing on. Now there's like a bunch of stuff on. So it's all hills and valleys, I feel.
That's right. Well, unfortunately, because we do the podcast on Thursdays and Loki comes on Thursdays at 9.
Oh, at 9.
We can't really talk about Loki so much.
Well, listen, here's our deal, okay? Because we used to do Sundays, right? We would do Sunday nights. All the shows came out on like either Tuesday or Wednesday. And then we're like, you know what? Let's do Thursday because we'll watch everything on Tuesday, and Wednesday it'll be super freshy. Do the podcast on Thursday. Makes sense. Now, this season around, and listen, we're 71 episodes in the game, okay? So everybody's like, oh, let's just do everything on Thursdays now. So now it's all on Thursdays, and it's like
stole our idea.
It was like the perfect day to do the podcast. So now it's like, all right, do we move it to Friday? No, nobody wants to watch a podcast Friday night. Do we move it to Wednesday? See, it's just like weird because I hate watching the shows a week before the podcast. So it makes me watch things twice, you know, which isn't a terrible thing.
Sometimes, yeah. But
it also doubles up on what I have to do. You know, that's hard with a 3-year-old these days. She's out of control sometimes. But let's get into what do you want to start first? You want to do Max first?
Yeah, we'll do Max first.
All right.
We got Our Flag Means Death. They gave us 2 episodes this week.
2 more episodes to add to the 3 that they gave us off the original. I think it's kind of cool that they're giving us multiple.
Sure. It's definitely a funny show. It's not for everybody. It's a little crazy.
So we were duped. We were talking about it earlier. We were duped, okay? This show was coming out, had a great director, had a great cast, a lot of people we like, a lot of people we know, and all the stuff. We thought it was going to be a funny pirate show. It actually turned into, it's kind of like a gay funny pirate show. Yeah. Now, it's not like bad to say. I'm not saying it to be bad or anything, but it's just like, you know, I feel like every relationship in this is like, is a gay relationship, and it's like over the top, you know, obviously, because it's supposed to be comedic and stuff like that. So, and then like the one male and female relationship, it like went completely, like, it didn't last more than like an episode or something like that. Yeah. So it's like kind of weird that they're toning in on this. I thought the first 3 episodes were a lot better than these 2. Maybe these 2 are more of a filler compared to. Did you see the preview of like the rest of the season? I guess
I did. Yeah, rest of the season looks like it's gonna be crazy.
Well, they get a bad guy. Right now, they don't have anything. There's like nothing going on, and there
hasn't really been a bad guy.
Yeah, so they need a bad guy. And it's gonna.
Guy came back with the nose. Got his nose cut off.
That's right. And then we're gonna have the Chinese chick with her whole ordeal come in.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be cool. It definitely looks like it's gonna be a fun season. Definitely was making me laugh this week for sure. It's just nuts. The whole unicorn thing was kind of
I knew it the second he threw them down. I was like, oh, they're gonna make one of those his leg.
Yeah, no, it was really funny. It was. And they painted it gold or whatever too.
Mm-hmm. Him training was good because it showed like he's pretty nasty.
Yeah, he's like the best one.
You know, he's definitely the best pirate out of the bunch.
Yeah.
I like how they all have PTSD. Like that whole thing of like they're trying to get us and like we're trying to help them. It was like hilarious to me.
They're like, we got a surprise for you. It's a pinata now. Put on this blindfold.
Yeah, and they kept like reminiscing of all the bad things.
Like, I got this awesome cake for you. Oh my god, that was super funny. The curse was really funny.
The curse was funny.
They thought there was a curse on this suit. So they were all like wearing garlic and stuff.
The red velvet suit. Yeah. That was funny. I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. He went and pawned it on somebody else, and the guy was like, "It's not cursed, is it?" I'm like, nah.
He's like, "Oh no." Anyway,
he's like, "All right, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here." Like, so funny.
Oh man, I like that he shows Steve that like he doesn't really know how to do any of this stuff, but when like the shit hits the fan,
he's got good reactions. Yeah, he's got good reactions, man. So he's becoming a better pirate as they go.
Yeah, I mean he's no Calico Jack.
He's no Calico Jack, man. I know. I do want to watch Black Sails again. I've been having the hankering since this shows came on.
Well, they had Calico Jack in this. He was I forget the guy. I don't know his name. I'm horrible with that.
Yeah, well, we finally got to see Anne Bonny. I was wondering if she was going to be in it. You know, she's definitely a huge pirate lore. person or whatever. I thought I thought they were funny when she came out and had the thing in her back. It's just they're like flicking.
He's like, oh, what are you talking? Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah. And then when she's like, so she's like, oh, she poisons me. They just like try to kill each other all the time. It's so good.
It's like, this is how an adult relationship works.
It's so funny.
Oh man.
Yeah, so definitely some funny episodes. I think the season's pretty funny. I think all the characters are still funny. I think we need to see some funny cameos too. I'm sure there'll be some.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I would love to see like the Flight of the Conchords guys pop in there, because like they're friends. They're all friends. They're all from New Zealand.
Sure.
So it'd be really funny if Britt or Jermaine jump in there.
That'd be awesome.
Like if Jermaine was like another pirate, like that would be like the most insane thing they could possibly do with this show.
That would be nuts, man. I don't know. I mean, I think they're just gonna keep pulling out the cameos. We're just not gonna know until it happens, like.
Yeah.
But I did see the one person who they're bringing in. But I'm not gonna ruin it for you.
Okay, yeah. I wasn't sure if I caught it or not.
You might not even recognize him because he's much older. So like, yeah.
All right. Well, on to the next one. Let's talk about Chucky. Chucky season 2, episode 2.
Season 3.
Season 3, episode 2. That's right. I forgot there was another season in there.
Yeah. So Chucky is in the White House, and he is slashing people left and right.
Oh, he went on a rampage this week, huh?
Each episode, I feel like we're gonna get just like a bigger body count.
Scales. Definitely on scale.
And that's cool. They definitely laid down a lot of groundwork with the president and his family, and his transparency, and then he's hooking up with other chicks, and they got him, on that, and they're covering up Chucky's kills.
Like for him.
For him. Yeah, they're cleaning up. He's like, the service here is great.
It's great. He's having a great time. He's just dropping bodies, and they're just cleaning up after him, and not saying a word about it. So
it really is nuts.
They had to replace like a bunch of carpet in the White House this past week.
Oh yeah, carpet and the armoire.
I like how he finally mentioned it too. He was like, I hope it's not an antique.
Oh man, they did them dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Devin, Jake, and Lexi weasel their way into the White House.
That was super easy for them, huh?
Using their teacher and some tears. I thought it was messed up. I got the teacher too, and Chucky's so funny. He's like, I can't pass up a chance to orphan those kids again.
Yeah, he's a bad guy, man. He's through and through.
That's right.
Through and through.
I love the picture that they used too, because they have the White House and it's like this big, and Chucky's like super tall.
Oh yeah.
But it's just a perspective shot, It's pretty cool. I definitely dig that. I'm waiting for some Jennifer Tilly to pop up.
Gotta pop up.
Alex Vincent or Andy to pop up.
Andy.
I think this is going to open the door for some more Chucky stuff. I hope they're smart and they make a Chucky video game, because that would be really cool.
I know we were talking about it earlier. How cool would it be? They just need to all come together and make a super cool horror game.
Yeah, or they can do that. There was some dude who made a game back in the day called Terror. And, it was a horror fighting game in the style of like Mortal Kombat. You could be Freddy, Jason, Leatherface, Chucky. You could be anybody. It was so many people, but he didn't have the licenses for these.
Yeah,
things.
he just made it on the fly. Yeah.
Yeah, and so eventually he got a cease and desist from Warner Brothers, and then they found a loophole or something, and they came out with Terrordrome 2. And it had even more people.
It had
like
even
a chick
more.
from Resident Evil, and Candyman, Reanimator. Like it was, and they all had cool special moves and stuff too, man. It was awesome.
Nice.
He even did the voice clips from the movies.
Speaking of oddball characters, and I didn't even talk to you about this week. So I took the chance, and I was flipping through, and it might have been Max or might have been Tubi. I think it might have been Tubi. I checked out the first episode of the DC Swamp Thing.
Oh, it was Tubi.
It was Tubi, right?
I've seen the thing for it, and I was like, this was on the DC network.
It was bad.
So maybe it could be good.
It was.
But then I like just took a peek at the season, and I was like, no.
It was bad, man. I don't even think I got through the whole first episode. I was like, this is so bad.
For such a killer, awesome like person.
You know? They
had
years. They had years to develop. I know. Oh, I know. They had years to develop it. They had years to like think of things for this character, and I don't know, man. I don't even think I don't even want to watch it anymore. I was like, this is bad. This is like really bad. So yeah. If you want to give it a go, you let me know how that turns out for you.
No, I'm good. But since you're talking about bad stuff, why don't you tell us what you watched on Hulu this week?
Oh, yeah. So Hulu. So obviously I'm flipping through all the streamings, trying to find some cool horror movies and stuff. Obviously, I think HBO has all the Saw movies. What were you watching the other day that they had a bunch of them? Something the other day.
Tubi had a bunch of them.
Tubi had a bunch of them.
Hulu has the Huluween. Everybody has like a little thing.
Exactly. So on Hulu, they have all the Leprechaun movies. And we were talking about Leprechaun not too long ago. So I was like, you know what? Let me check out what they got. So they got Leprechaun 1, 2, 3, 4, I think is in space. They got Back to the Hood 2. Then they have Leprechaun Origins and then Leprechaun Returns. Now, I have never seen Leprechaun Origins or Leprechaun Returns, and I believe they were 2018 and 2019, so like within a year from each other.
Yeah, they were when the WWE swooped in and bought the franchise.
Okay, so the first one, the Origins one, is about a leprechaun, not the leprechaun. So more so of a chupacabra type story in Ireland, and kids go where they're not supposed to. It was really bad. It wasn't good at all. It was like they showed that he liked gold, obviously, like ripped the chick's earring out. Obviously you knew that was gonna happen. But it's just like it wasn't about like an actual leprechaun. So and then I watched the Leprechaun the Revenge or the Return or whatever the hell they called it. And it's just like a remake, or not even a remake, just a continuation of the old Leprechaun, just in like a new context thing. And it was just bad, man. I miss the old Leprechaun. I don't understand why they can't model it off of there, just make it better or update it or anything like that. Like,
oh no. I mean,
like what's the most famous? I was gonna say, what's the most famous thing about the fucking Leprechaun to you?
Just that it's Warwick Davis. That's it.
Besides that, like, what does he do? Like,
I mean, I guess his like little limericks.
Yeah, his little rhymes and stuff, right? That's like makes him who he is, right? Off base on this. They were totally off. They weren't even good. Half of them didn't even rhyme. They weren't even like. There was like one part that was funny, and it was like this chick was smoking in the kitchen, and he's just like, bloop, he's like next to her, and she was like, whoa, like, am I even seeing this? And she like takes a selfie with him, and he smiles, and then she runs out of the house, and they were talking about like a leprechaun thing. She's like, yo, there's like a little dude in there who's like extremely obsessed with evil and money. We gotta I was like, all right, now that was pretty funny. Or some evil little dude who's obsessed with money.
That's cool.
I was like, that's kind of funny. But that was the only funny part about the whole entire movie. It was kind of whack, actually.
That stinks. I always liked the Leprechaun.
Me
stuff.
too. I love Leprechauns.
At least like 1 through 3.
Jennifer Aniston's in the first one.
Yeah, no, that was like one of her first.
You know?
Yeah. I don't know. I liked the first one. It was very campy, but it still had an element of like, ooh, like that's a brutal way to die.
I know you're a Leprechaun in the Hood fan, all about positive rapping and the golden flute.
That's right, and the golden flute. Oh my god, that one's so bad. It's so funny, but it's so bad. But sometimes that's what makes these things good. I don't know. I mean, new horror is so different. I finally watched the Texas Chainsaw on Netflix.
Okay.
The newer one.
How was that?
I don't know, man. That, like I said, this new horror age, it's like They don't give a crap about storyline. They don't give a crap about the past, but yet they want to bring the past into it.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea who this chick was. I mean, like, I'm a fan, but like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is way low on the totem pole for me. You know, like, I don't even, maybe top 10.
Well, there's
like,
not like a huge story to it. He's got a fucked up family and he kills anybody who comes and knocks on his door.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to mess that up.
He usually doesn't mess with anybody until they knock on his door trying to use a phone. And then he just gets pissed. I get it.
The bus scene was really cool. When everybody's like, you take one more step, we'll have you canceled.
We'll have you canceled on social media.
I thought that was really funny. Like, that guy knows what Facebook is.
Or cares.
I don't know. It was all right. I'm in the middle right now of a movie called The Mill on Hulu. It's actually pretty good, man. I like it a lot. It's one of those like, you didn't read the fine print type shit.
Okay.
You know, but it's still good. Like, I've seen a bunch of them that are like that, where they're like, oh, you didn't read the fine print, and they're, you know.
What's those Jin movies that were like Wishmaster, right? It's like,
oh, Wishmaster, yeah.
Those are some good ones.
Yeah, those were cool. I think the first two. After that, they kind of ruined it. Same thing. Jeepers Creepers. I watched Jeepers Creepers Reborn.
They're supposed to redo that one again, or at least add to it.
It was not good, man. It was not good. They like mess with the whole lore and like have it like there's like these like witchy people who like are helping Jeepers Creepers get the people, like he needs help. It was weird, man. I did not like it. I don't know, man. New horror is
tough, man. It's tough.
If you're gonna take a franchise, do your homework.
Do your homework.
Hire some fans. You know, get it right.
Yeah,
get it right.
They don't even need to like. And I feel like what they try to do is they try to like overblow it, and you don't need to. You just need that story. You need to put them in a situation to where it kind of makes sense. We're in a new day and age. We're in 2023. People have cell phones. Everybody's got a cell phone. Everybody can take pictures. Everybody call 911 from anywhere. So, you know, your little, the Wi-Fi doesn't work here because we're in the woods, only goes so far, you know? Like, they use it in everything. And there's got to be something else that you guys can do to where it's just like, you know, have the bad guy and go and smash everybody's phone the first night. Like, oh my God, we all woke up with broken phones. Okay, that settles that. Okay, now we don't have to worry about there's no Wi-Fi in the middle of nowhere, even though who would have known? Like, you know, you're going in the middle of fucking nowhere. There's going to be no Wi-Fi, dude. Like, you ever see the map of, like, the nation and, like, the coverage, and you're, like, going to where there's none, and you're like, I can't believe there's no Wi-Fi. And it's like, it just doesn't make a good part of a movie, you know?
Yeah. No, they should just have them call. It's not like the police are going to do anything to this crazy creature thing anyway. So, like,
you know,
go ahead and call.
You know, or call and it just calls like the bad guy or like somebody they know or like whatever the case may be. There's so many ways you can go about like the fucking cell phone thing, you know, and it's just, they do the same thing in every fucking thing. It's crazy.
They do. But since we were talking like Halloween movies and stuff, there's a couple that I definitely would recommend people watch that haven't watched. One of them is Escape Room, and that's on Hulu. There's two of those movies. They're supposed to be making a third installment. Very much think like Saw meets Final Destination.
Okay.
They were
gritty. It's like gritty.
Not so much gritty, but I mean they're modern, so don't you know. They're definitely. I feel
like the
modern.
Saw ones are like gritty movies. You know, everything's dirty and just.
It's not exactly like
grungy.
That. It's like Saw with like, you know, killer puzzles and stuff, you know, like you got to figure out how to get out of this room onto the next one, you know. So it was kind of like Saw with that. Cube is also a really good one. I know
Love
we talked
Cube.
about that plenty of time. Cube and Hypercube.
I want to make a T-shirt that says like I survived Cube. That'd be so cool. I don't know if anybody would know what I don't care. Like I would know what it would. What it was. So can't talk tonight.
I know the 13th, so tomorrow the new Goosebumps movie is supposed to come out on Disney. So we'll definitely check that one out.
Yeah, we'll check that one out. I'm a big fan of Puppet Masters. I like the Puppet Master movies.
Those are great.
And we were talking before too, and let us know in the chat what you guys think too about sci-fi movies, because there's sci-fi movies that are scary sci-fi movies, but are they considered horror movies or underneath the horror umbrella, or are they their own kind of thing?
Yeah, like sci-fi horror. I think it's like a subgenre.
It's a subgenre, right? Like, because there's sci-fi movies that are straight sci-fi and not horror, right? Like
Alien. Look at Alien.
Well, what do you think Alien would be? See, I think Alien would be kind of sci-fi horror. That's kind of scary.
I think it's more horror than
like
sci-fi.
Star Trek is sci-fi.
Yeah.
You know,
sci-fi drama.
Yeah, I was gonna say like yeah. Starship Troopers is a sci-fi action. You know, I wouldn't consider that a horror at all. You know, no, but Ghost of Mars. Now, Ghost of Mars would be more of a sci-fi horror, right? I don't know.
Ghost of Mars. Wow. We're gonna bring that up.
Don't say you haven't watched it at least 5 times.
I watched Ghost of Mars recently, and I was like, I can't believe I really like this movie that much. I loved that movie, bro.
I used to watch it all the time back in the day, man. Like, it's so corny, bro. There's nothing cornier than, like, the group of people running and shooting, but they're not hitting anything. And they're, like, you know, kneeling down and shooting and getting it. And it's just like, come on, man. You ain't even covering behind anything. Like...
The monsters were kind of cool. That was probably about it.
The monsters were cool.
It didn't age well. I mean, it wasn't really great to begin with, but
nope.
Yeah, it was just one of those things. Like
I feel like they got the idea for Riddick from that, though.
Oh, 1,000,000%, bro.
1,000,000%. I feel like they took that and they're like, all right, let's just switch it up a little bit, build a little franchise around Vin Diesel, and that's how they pitched the Riddick and Pitch Black crap.
Yeah,
it was like an upgrade.
Pitch Black was pretty cool, but you go back and watch that, and it's again, it didn't.
It's all dark.
Well.
No, it's all black. Yeah. It's all dark. You know, I remember watching it in the movies, and I was like, dude, I can't even see anything. It's Pitch Black. It's called Pitch Black for a reason, I guess. You know, it's like they told me going in, and I just didn't believe them.
Well, at least they didn't ruin it for you. You know,
at least they didn't ruin it.
I got what was that? What was that one? There's a movie with Denzel. Oh, Book of Eli.
Book of Eli is good. Now, that is not a horror movie, I would feel.
It's not a horror movie, but it was just, you know, a movie got ruined for. Like, the guy's like ripping the tickets, and he's like, you know, I don't want to reveal it just in case somebody else, because I'm not trying to.
This has been out for 10 years, man.
I guess, man, but whatever. He was like, oh, pay attention to that motherfucker's eyes. You know?
See, I would have been pissed. I would have been so mad, you know.
I was like, why is he? Oh, he's blind.
There's like literally only like maybe 4 movies that like the twist was actually like got me and I didn't know anything about it, and that was one of them. So it was like, you know, Sixth Sense I went and seen I think the first weekend, so I didn't know, and the internet wasn't what it is today, so I didn't know anything going in, and I didn't know until the end. I did not know until the end. I was like, damn, for real. Like, I remember when it all calculated to me, and I was like, no way.
What about Usual Suspects?
Trying to think. I don't remember. I think I was really young when I watched that.
But you know the reveal.
I know the reveal. Yeah. Okay, I think I was too young to like kind of like comprehend like, oh my God, that's like the thing. It was just like a movie to me. So like, I love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies. But
it took a minute. It took a minute at first when I first saw it, and I was like, wait, what? But then you start seeing all the stuff around the room.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, what?
Yeah, that was shot like super cool.
That was a good one. Seven. That was
Seven was good.
What's in the box?
What's in the box, man? What's in the box? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like movies that have like reveals like that, or like that oh shit moment where like you just did not expect.
Old Boy was crazy. When I first watched Old Boy, like the foreign one or whatnot, I was like at the end, I was like, oh my God, that was dirty. That's like Cartman feeding things to parents.
Yeah,
you know.
Barbarian, that one had a good reveal.
Barbarian was crazy. That was just a gross movie. Yeah.
You know, because they made you think one thing, and then they made you think another, and then it wasn't even anything like that.
It wasn't even anything like that.
You know, like, so that was kind of cool. I like when they do that.
Yeah. But, so a couple good ones.
Yeah, we'll put out some more stuff for you guys for the Halloween stuff because we definitely watch a lot of horror movies and there's some hidden gems out there still to this day that I haven't seen. I recently watched David Cronenberg's Scanners on HBO and I really liked it a lot and then I see there's like Scanners 2 and Scanners 3 and then there's like another one or whatever and then as I'm doing the research I see HBO is picking up a series and they're gonna do Scanners as a television show.
Nice.
I was like, that's awesome. So
there you
if you're
go.
a fan of David Cronenberg and The Fly, definitely check out Scanners. So it's a good one. It's an older movie, like I said, it's from like 80s, 70s, 80s. But I definitely
I see the box all the time.
Yeah.
when you told me that, you're like, yo, I see this movie all the time, and I just broke down and watched it. I was like, dude, I see it all the time too. I can't tell you how many times I'm like, should I watch it? Nah, it's just, because the cover's vague. The cover's like vague. It's just like it looks kind of okay, but it's like,
like this. Like,
yeah, it's just like
his eyes roll the back of his head. Was it Michael Ironside?
Yeah. So.
Yeah. No, it's a good one. It's a slow burn, but it's a cool idea, and like because they got mind powers and stuff. So like every time somebody's doing something, they just go like this, like like they're just giving that look. It's hilarious.
Mind powers, bro.
Yeah. Mind powers. But all right, let's talk about some toys, man.
Let's talk some toys. What would you do if you woke up and you can move stuff with your mind? What's like the first thing you do?
I don't know, man. I mean,
everybody always says, "Oh, I go rob a bank," but like you can do that at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Be a criminal immediately.
Like me, that's the first thing you do is go get your face on something like you ripping
Honestly,
walls apart.
If I like woke up and I like did some stuff and I put my hand out and like my shoes came into my hand or whatever, I think I would just like take the day off and go train. And
go hone in on it.
Yeah, and see how much I can lift and like how far I can do it. How can I do it accurately to where like I can like grab a lightsaber, like type shit, and just try to hone in on that. I don't know what could you really do with that, other than like mess some people up,
like moving stuff with your mind.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You can find something.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Huge distractions. Like I don't know. Would you stop crime? Like that's kind of whack, right?
I don't think so. I mean, if it was right in front of me, sure, but I don't think I'd be like, I'm gonna go be a crime fighter. No, I would just use it to my advantage. I would just tell people I'm like a magician, a magic or whatever, make up a whole bit and become rich.
There you go. Just become rich from it, and you're just like you're doing magic, but it's actually really you moving stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man, you'd go that route, huh?
Yeah, I'd go that route. I'd be Burt Wonderstone.
Well, in 20 years, you're gonna have a trailer and a carnival, and like be turning on light bulbs and stuff.
That's right. Up the tricks. I'll move some stuff around, light some fireworks in the air or something.
There you go. It'd be cool if you can find a job that like doesn't spy on you, and they're like, I need all this stuff done by morning, and you're just like, but you can't watch me do it. So I don't know. I'm sure you can find some.
I'm sure.
So let's get into these toys, bro. I seen this Conan he threw up on there. Oh
yeah.
He's $100, dude.
Well, he's a mezco. Mezcos are always $100 when they come out. That's the average price.
Look at the armor he's got on him, man.
Old Man Conan or King Conan.
King Conan.
He's pretty cool. I don't know if this is one that I would cop.
You ain't gonna cop this one?
I don't know. I mean, like they come out with so many. It's really hard. Like I don't know that I want to like go out and grab it. I liked the Super Severin one that they came out with because that one was actually Arnold. But this one's kind of cool. Definitely comes with a lot of accessories.
It comes with a ton of stuff, man.
As all mezcos do. But he has like an outfit change and
like 5 sets of hands, 3 heads.
The armor,
swords, axe, torch, shield. Yeah, man.
I mean, it's stacked for $100. You get your money's worth, 100%. Like
2 different capes.
I got 2 mezcos. I got a Joker and I got a Blade, and they're both awesome. 2 of my favorite figures.
Nice.
Then we got some Funkos.
I didn't pull this
in
up
there.
Hold on.
We got a Marvel Daredevil Shadowland exclusive.
Let's see. Oh, he's cool looking.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. The Daredevil stuff's gonna be popping out.
You see, they canceled like the new Daredevil show or something
Oh, I don't know about that.
already. Yeah, they canceled it already or something.
Maybe they pushed it back.
Something, dude. I don't know. Something got messed up with it, and they're not gonna do it. So that was like, I read that like this morning. So, but this Marvel Daredevil is super cool. You got the black and red with the chucks.
For season 3, it says Disney is pulling back the rights. That was a while ago. Yeah, it says why Marvel canceled Daredevil Born Again. I don't know. I mean, Daredevil was so big, man, and I feel like
I thought he was the best part, or not the best part, but he was a good part in She-Hulk, and I thought everybody was like excited that he was in it, which would only make you think that they would create the show for him.
I mean, he was in Spider-Man too.
I thought they were going to reboot the Punisher one too, because the Punisher one was really good, man. Like, you might as well bring him over and use him.
It's probably just going to be pushed back. I don't think they're going to really cancel it completely. I just don't. It's too good of a show. It's too good of a show, but I guess we'll find out. All right, then it's a blast from the past right here. I thought this was kind of cool. We got biker mice from Mars.
Jesus, did you really just say that?
Yeah. They look cool. They look exactly like the old toys.
Sorry, I'm a little late on this one.
With just a little bit of an update. They're definitely bigger, more articulated. They got a whole bunch of accessories with them.
Did you watch this show?
I watched it a little bit. It wasn't something that I was like super hardcore into, but yeah. I don't know. I think they look cool. I like different types of figures and stuff like that. And,
they got 3 different ones, or is it just the one?
Yeah, they got 3 different ones.
Okay.
Coming out in February.
Oh yeah, here's the others. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they look cool as a crew.
Nice.
I mean, I put it on that one because he's like the most memorable one, I guess you could say.
Throttle. And then this one is Vinny.
Yeah, you know, it was a short-lived thing, kind of like Street Sharks.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like vaguely remember it. I don't remember watching it too much.
Yeah, but it was all right. But I mean, I think the toys look cool. I definitely think that's something that I might cop something like that. I think he'd be cool in like different scenes and stuff.
Sure.
We'll see. We'll see.
They need to get some SWAT cats.
There you go.
That would be cool.
That'll be next.
I just do the same thing.
And then we got another Funko. We got Reese's Candy Funko Pop.
Reese's Candy Funko Pop. Oh, yeah. I've been noticing a lot of the brands.
Yeah, they got a lot of the brands. They got Whoppers. They got Jolly Ranchers.
I got Chester Cheeto.
Nice.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. They got like a soy sauce one. They got a whole bunch of stuff. The Blockbuster video, but this one I kind of just put it in there for Halloween.
Okay, yeah. We got the Whoppers, Jolly Ranchers, Sweet Tarts. Oh, they're just going ham with this. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Then they got crayons, Crayola crayons, and different color crayons coming out.
They got the Hostess little donuts. The donuts.
Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Oh, they got. I've seen the Twinkies guy before. That guy's not. Oh, I see the soy sauce one. That's out of control.
Yeah, White Castle slider.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. We got Spider-Man 2099. That one's cool.
Yeah.
So my one that I forgot to show last week, I actually got the Spot. Bust him out. Blacklight Spot.
Oh, I think you did show that one last week.
I'm not sure if I did. I didn't think I did.
Yeah, because you were wearing the shirt.
I was not wearing the shirt. The shirt's right here. I think I showed you afterwards because we didn't.
Oh, okay. I could have swore you were wearing it.
And then.
Nice.
And I actually got 2 of them, so I'll be able to open this guy. And then I got this one the other day. This is the Miles Venom.
Nice.
So he's pretty cool. Not too shabby. That's all I got this week. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, I haven't got anything this week in a while. I was supposed to have off today, well, yesterday, but
Mm-hmm.
things got screwed up, whatever. But anyway, I didn't get to go shopping. I was gonna go to Target, see if there was any clearance stuff I wanted to pick up, but I guess I'll do that this week.
There you go. And good news too. Good buddy of ours, Mike Pinto. He's actually starting his East Coast tour this week. So he's going from up. I think he's starting in New Jersey and making his way all the way down to Florida and back up. So if you like cool reggae music, kind of like Sublime style stuff, check out Mike Pinto. He's probably coming to a town near you, and his tickets are only like $15-20, man. It's definitely a cool show to see. I try to see him every time he comes through. So he played in my basement once before he was big. I can say that. So, but I think that's going to be the end of the podcast. We appreciate everybody tuning in and, obviously watching it after the fact. Definitely help us by subscribing, liking, commenting. And if we didn't talk about something that you want us to next time, just throw it in there. We'll get to it. We'll watch it. Or if there's some cool horror stuff or some Halloween stuff that you want to talk about before Halloween, let us know. We'd be more than happy to oblige.
That's right.
All right, man. Well, you have yourself a good week, and everybody else.
All right. Peace.
Take it easy.